Hi everybody, welcome to Live After 5. Just jumped on this evening because I had a chat this evening with a prospective buyer, and we were discussing an engineer's report. And basically, why I'm making this Live After 5 is that some people, I suppose, there may be a bit of confusion between a snag list and an engineer's report. So if you're buying a second-hand home, you would more than likely want to get an engineer's report done. Now, the engineer's report isn't exhaustive, so they don't check if there's loose hinges, or if a light fitting isn't working properly, or maybe a tap is a bit loose or a drip. It's not that type of report. So the engineer's report really is, the main function of it is to check the boundary, check if there's a septic tank, is it within the boundary, is it in the place it should be in the property, is the property structurally sound, like to rule out subsidence, what's the integrity of the roof like. So it really is about the general condition of the property, like an overall sense of it. It isn't a DIY list. Now, you can ask some engineers maybe to produce one of those very detailed reports, and you'd spend a lot more for it. But generally that is the purpose of an engineer's report when you're buying a second-hand home. Now, if you're buying a brand new build, you're getting an engineer's report done with a snag list. And the snag list is your opportunity to put it, before you sign your final paperwork, pay your final money over to the developer or builder. This list, you can go and get your engineer to look at things like, is the door jamming when I close it? Is there a loose light switch? Is the skirting board, put on the wall right? So it's much more detailed, and you give that list to your builder, developer, and then their job is to rectify that list before your sale closes on your new build. But if you're buying a second-hand home, it's very different. You're not getting an engineer's report with the view to, if there's any kind of DIY defects in the house, I'm going to ask the vendor or the seller to resolve those for me. I mean, you can ask, most people selling a second-hand home won't undertake any kind of work really with smaller items. So that's the difference between having a snag list done with your engineer versus a general engineer's report about the condition of the property. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great evening.